Bullshit.
Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan running on fumes with 45 points.
Last Dance, the 10-episode documentary about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls and their success in the 90s is out. In the episodes, Michael's interviewed and he often has a cigar in hand. He has 3 or 4 off to the side and some bourbon in front of him. The quality between his cigars and bourbon and mine is dramatically different, probably just like the basketball ability. But a shout out to MJ. I have all of that here, plus the cover of when he made the shot to win the 6th one over the Utah Jazz. That inspired me to talk about peak performers versus weak performers. Because isn't that really what Michael Jordan was all about? He wanted to be a peak performer at his peak, but he wanted to get people around him to play to their peak and to win as a team and achieve those successes that they did. I have a starting 5 traits of peak performers that I've garnered and compiled after being a player and a coach in basketball and after being a leader in business throughout my entire career of people, processes, and change. Those 5 traits begin with curiosity. Number 1 is curiosity. The peak performers just have a natural inclination to be curious and to want to learn, and not just about the thing that they're working on, the thing they're passionate about. They just enjoy learning and they're curious. Number 2, they're driven to be their best, not the best. And this is important. Driven to be their best, not the best, because most of the time, there's somebody out there better than you, other than Michael Jordan. But for most of us, there's somebody out there better than us. So you got to be driven to be their best, not the best. Number 3, they do deliberate practice. And it's not just practice. They do deliberate practice. And that is systematically, routinely, and repetitively doing actions that make you get better at what you want to accomplish. Trust me, I have a system of deliberate practice for how I create marketing solutions and how I create stories and messages. Number 4, they understand that it's bigger than them. They know that the team is bigger than their individual aspect. Anytime I've coached, I've known when a player was more worried about statistics and more worried about themselves. The ones that I wanted to count on at the end of the game were the ones that were worried about the team. I'm lucky at Mass Solutions that I have a number of team members that understand that it's bigger than them. And that's the 4th trait. The 5th one is they communicate. Peak performers communicate both with verbals and nonverbals. Peak performers aren't afraid to have difficult conversations. Peak performers don't BS you. They tell you what they really think and how they think you need to act to get where you want to go. Those are my 5 traits of peak performers, and who cares what the traits are of weak performers? So a shout out to MJ, the Last Dance documentary, and a shout out to you, because if you start living by these 5 principles, these starting 5 traits of a peak performer, you'll get more out of your talents and abilities. You'll achieve more of your goals and success.